Jack, you come from behind with the boys today, and a tremendous way to do it as well. Just give us your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, as you said, great win. We needed it. Great character shown from the boys as well to go 1-0 down so early. We've shown great character to sort of get back in the game in the first half with a great goal from Connor, and then carry it on into the second half. Apart from their actual goal, I don't think they created too much. Obviously you expect to be penned in last 10-15 minutes when you're a goal up, and they did that to us, but I thought we defended relatively well.
You mentioned there about obviously conceding so early on. Just talk us through it as a player what it is and what it feels like to concede within the first minute.
Yeah, it ain't great. You just sort of up against it straight away, and obviously no one wants to be like that. I think we probably started a little bit slow first 10 minutes, but I thought first half we actually grew into it quite well, and I think you could tell the goal was coming. I think we said at half time we probably could have had another one. We looked quite dangerous going forward. They looked quite dangerous going forward as well. It seemed like quite an open game first half.
Yeah, you told us well about Connor Wilkinson scoring the goal to get back in the game, and he's another latest forward. I mean, for yourself who likes to cross the points of the box, to have forwards like Connor Wilkinson, Shamir Mullins, tall boys, you must be enjoying that in a minute. Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, like you said, I do like to put the ball in the box, but Connor brings that other aspect of he's good with receiving the ball back to goal, and he can link up, and hopefully I can, likes of me and Angelo and Alex McQueen can sort of feed off of him, and he can hold the ball up and bring us into play. So he's also got that about his game. As you can see from the goal, he sort of turned with his back to goal, and it was a great finish as well.
Second half, it was you that was able to get on the score sheet, get a goal on your first goal for the club as well, so obviously must be pleased.
Yeah, delighted. Feels like it's been a long time coming to get a goal. I scored one last year, but hopefully I can build on the one now and make it 2, 3, 4. It was a great team move, great cross from Al. And I didn't really have to do too much, to be fair. It was in my stride, it was perfect cross, so yeah, nice to see it at the back of the net.
And that little kind of three behind the strike, yourself, Alex McQueen and Angelo Bellanto really seems to be kind of linking up well. Obviously Fran's a bit of a, almost in recent weeks, but kind of really started to gel as a unit, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's been a sort of a steady 11 now for the last sort of 4 games, which does only help you. You sort of get to know people's strengths and weaknesses. Obviously we're training every day, but you can't ever really replicate a match day. So yeah, it's nice. I think we'll only get better as a sort of pairings and as a group of sort of that 3 behind with Robinson and Fitz behind us as well. I think, as you said, more and more we play together, the more and more things will get better hopefully.
Yourself as well coming into the squad midway kind of after the season that began, shall I say, and kind of Peter Taylor would be telling us quite a lot of times about getting match fitness up. I mean, just how were those first 3 weeks at the clubs, that obviously trying to kind of learn new players and get yourself.
Yeah, it was frustrating, as in I weren't match fit, but at the same time it was pleasing where I was now at a new club enjoying my football. No disrespect to Hartlepool, but I didn't really enjoy it up there. I didn't play nowhere near as much as I wanted to, and I started pre-season there. I had a decent pre-season for about a month, but then I probably had a month where it was sort of in and out, a little bit bitty, and that's where I did lose my fitness. So yeah, it was frustrating. I wanted to just get out as soon as possible, but it was probably the right thing to get my fitness up before I went out there. Them friendlies did help. They're not the best to play in terms of playing your friendlies against Hornchurch and Canvey Island. They're frustrating, they're not great, but they're just all about minutes, and them 90 minutes did help me. And now, yeah, obviously I've started the last 4, which is really pleasing for me, and I just want to sort of build on that, try and create and score as many goals as I can, because that's sort of my game. So yeah, it's nice to be, the main thing is nice to be enjoying my football again, to be honest with you.
Does it, the fact that you're back home as well, help enjoy the football a bit as well?
Yeah, listen, I've been away from home since I was about 16 really, I've been at Cheltenham, been up at Hartlepool and things like that. It was just where you're not playing and you are so far away from home, we come to agreements, and I was delighted to get back home. As soon as I knew that there was an opportunity at Dagenham, it was perfect for me. I've sort of said in previous interviews that I've sort of watched as a kid a little bit. So yeah, it's nice. It's a proper hometown club really. Like a few of my mates come down and watch and things like that. So yeah, it was good.
And in terms of obviously yourself, you know, you've got experience of winning this league in the past. Obviously the club's not where they want to be at the minute, but in terms of this squad, how does it compare to that Cheltenham team? The £1 million question.
It is mad because I'd say individually we've got probably better players. The big thing, and I think probably any manager or any sort of experienced player will tell you, is having a team is the massive thing. That was purely what we was at Cheltenham. We were good footballers, but we were an even better team. I think, like I've just mentioned, we've got that sort of stability now with the 11, and we're sort of building that sort of team ethic. So hopefully we can build on that, because we've definitely got the players that are more than good enough for this level, and probably even the level above. So I think we've got more than enough here, and we've got to take 2 wins now and the last 2 at home. I think if we can turn this into a bit of a hard place to come, with Big Fylde and Harrogate now that are both in the playoffs, I think they were. So we can turn this place into like a lot of wins, then I think we'll be fine.